Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
You ready, Carlita?
Yeah.
Let's go. Ready?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. I got to self-motivate. I got to get going. It's been a long week, right?
Yes.
It's been a long week.
Yes.
How many hours did we coach this
I
week?
don't know. I don't want to play tennis today.
Like 40 or 50?
I know that much.
Yeah, been on the court a lot. Nonetheless, it's great to be here. Hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis family discussion. Let's go. Again, I'm trying to motivate myself today, you know?
All right.
That's why players, they hit balls and they're like, let's go, come on. Because if you do it enough, you get motivated. Okay? Try it sometime.
I just start smacking some balls.
Yeah, if you ever get down and out and you're, just wanting to, get that energy, just go outside and go, come on, let's go. All right. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We're going to spend just a moment at the beginning of this show and give you an update on our fantasy team leaderboard. And for the $300 cash, this won't take but just a moment. I think do you have it?
Yeah.
I think there's 3 people left for the $300 cash or for the tennis racket of your choice. The rest of you have been eliminated. Who are the 3 people left for the $300 cash?
Mukesh Shata, William Spencer, and Wilson Clash Royale are the only ones left.
Okay.
I think they all have Djokovic Medvedev final, Djokovic winning, and there's 2 people that have Pliskova beating, I think Sabalenka, and then 1 person has Pliskova and Muguruza.
I have a question for Wilson Clash Royale, if he or she is ever out there. Is your name because you play with the Wilson Clash? Wilson is the tennis racket or a tennis company or a sporting goods company, and they have a racket called the Clash. So the name is Wilson Clash Royale. I just thought it might be that. Mm-hmm. All right. And we're going to give you the top 5 on the fantasy teams. Now, the top 5, remember, there's 2 people that win, and those 2 people can choose between $50 cash. There's 2 winners, so $100 is going out for sure. I'll give you 5 sets of Y-Tech strings if you're a player, if you're a stringer, or 5K tennis merchandise. So give us the top 5, Carla.
First place, Canadian tennis fan. Second with 58 points. Second place, Philly Cheese Dog with 54 points. JMP 1966 is in third place with 53 points. And number four, Thomas Wilson with 52 points. And number 5 is Furzy09 with 5 points.
Excellent. And second week begins basically today, so the scores will change. Congrats to all of you. But 2 of those 5, more than likely, unless someone makes a run, are going to win $50. Okay. Mm-hmm. By the way, we do have the Angelique Kerber match and Leylah Fernandez match right here, so I'm looking at it. Sorry, I'll turn the volume down. That wasn't good. Do you have any shout outs to start?
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to start the show with this. Okay.
Oh, maybe Flo. She sent a picture. Flo, yeah. Her boyfriend took a picture of her yesterday. Well, she was at the U.S. Open, so she sent me one more picture.
Okay. Now, do you know who Flo is?
Florence.
Florence, longtime viewer. She bought me this Djokovic hat. Okay. She bought me this limited edition Djokovic hat and sent it here to the U.S. And she is at the U.S. Open now. And she took a picture with the same hat on and send it to us to show all of you.
Unfortunately, with Twitter, it's Twitter. It's hard. Okay, let's see if I can download it.
And if not, we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to start today's show with a comment from a viewer yesterday, and the viewer is Chukwemeka Nwokedi. Okay, hopefully I pronounced that right. The only reason why I want to bring this up is I thought it was a really good.
There's Flo.
Yeah, get a look at that. Yeah, keep it there. What's up? Beautiful girl, too, man.
There's Flo.
Yeah.
At the US Open.
Beautiful girl. Love you, Flo. Love you. I love my hat, too. Mm-hmm. We could have gone to that together, Flo, and we could have worn matching hats. What are you thinking, man? Go pick a brother up. Let's go. Okay. Chukwemeka is a Djokovic fan, and he made a comment about Djokovic, and I wanted to read it, and I would like to ask all of you whether you care or whether you agree or whether you disagree or whether you would like to add something to it. Fair enough? Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know if there's a translation issue or whatever, but it may not come out right, but I'll do my best to read it exactly. Okay. Here we go. From Chukwemeka Nwokedi. Quote, I forgot to make my comment on Novak. I fear that he still has a sore left shoulder. That involved his left hand, serve and backhand, and are way off the charts. I observed that Novak can't hit about 4 to 6 back unforced error, sometimes even less of balance in the process. That can be a sign of physical pain or emotional pressure. At this moment, I don't know which one I would prefer it was. I fear for what I have seen so far, 2019 US Open flashbacks, he had same left shoulder issues, and I really, really, really hope I am wrong and that he is just rusty at the moment. Of course, because he is so good, he can make it to the quarterfinals or semifinals even with that issue. But beating Berrettini, I think Berrettini is a joke. Not a joke, but not near on Djokovic's level. I think he could still get through Berrettini with any type of soreness. Sorry to interrupt. Let me go back. Of course, because he is so good, he can make it to the quarterfinals or semifinals even with that issue. But beating Berrettini or Zverev with such an issue would be very difficult. But I'm going to stay positive. Let's go. And I'm going to stay positive. Plus, the positive thing I took from yesterday's match was that he was emotionally engaged, unlike his last 2 matches. I still believe he can win it all. Okay, fair enough. The question is has anyone had any reason to believe that maybe he's going through some type of physical issue on court? I do agree with what he said about him not being engaged in his first 2 matches. Kind of like, I almost felt like Djokovic's first 2 matches, he was doing his best just to be really cool because he didn't want the crowd to go the other way. And then he got Rune out of nowhere. And I think that's why we were all so upset about the Rune boo and all that, because we could see in Djokovic's eyes that he was working really hard to stay really cool for the crowd. You could tell it.
I don't think that
right?
He's injured. I don't see that his elbow is injured or anything like that.
I think he'll be just fine. I think Djokovic, and this is just an opinion from a coaching standpoint, player standpoint, that I've had people watching me play. Obviously not that many, but anyway, Djokovic has worked really hard to make sure that he doesn't go the other way versus the crowd. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It looks like he's almost so cognizant of it that it's causing him to start slow. It's causing him to make some tight errors. It just seems like he's really trying to be a really good gentleman in this tournament and not risk a ball lady or risk anything in terms of the crowd booing, because I can assure you, when he makes the final, and he will make the final, he will beat Zverev if Zverev will be his semifinalist. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's going to want some crowd help no matter what.
Right.
And the best thing to do is just be exactly what he's been up to this point. And losing a set, here and there, if anything, it shows that he's human.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm just looking at something for someone. They said, how could I be out? RG Productions was asking me. He has like 49 points compared to the 58 points.
Yeah, our leader.
There's no way you can catch up.
Yeah, and then look, it's only the first week, by the way. There's a whole other.
And second place has Brooksby as well.
Yeah,
which is 3 points as well.
Yeah, so there's still a whole other week, by the way. But what will happen? I haven't looked at it. They're done by computer, and she has it by hand. But what happens is if you have a lot of players that are only worth 1 point per match win, like top 20 players, you don't start accumulating your points to tack on that other people don't have until the second week. A lot of these people have 2-point players or still have Brooksby in it or Raducanu as their 3-point card.
Yep.
And they're still tacking on
those
points.
And they're way ahead.
Yeah, so that's the downside of selecting a bunch of 1-point players. It's fine. You can select Djokovic and Zverev and all those guys, but people that select players that are worth 2 points per win, they're getting 8-10 points, if they make the fourth round of the quarterfinals.
Yeah, and I'm looking at his thing, and pretty much all his 2-pointers are out, except, it's Sakari, Krejcikova. There's a 1-pointer.
Yeah.
Medvedev, Zverev. There's no way you can catch up unless she makes the final.
It's possible.
It's possible. So
it's possible.
I will keep an eye on it just in case. And anyways, the computer is calculating everything.
Yeah, we just do the leaderboard, and generally we'll do a whole breakdown, but we're only halfway through, and we'll hit it all at the very end.
Yeah, he's like I think in 8th place, 9th place, so it'll be tough to even catch up.
All right, I want to ask everybody a question. Has anyone ever seen the movie The Lord of the Rings?
Of course I have. I love Viggo Mortensen.
You've seen the movie The Hobbit? Okay, well, I went out and about, and I came across a couple of hobbits, and they were hanging out with Medvedev's coach.
Terrible.
He looks like a hobbit.
He looks like a little hobbit.
There you go. He's in the Shire.
He's in the Shire.
He's in the Shire.
I love that movie.
I love him as a coach. Oh,
Yeah.
it hung up. I love him as a coach, by the way. I'm just being funny about that. He's a cute little guy, but nonetheless, he's a good coach and a good fit for Medvedev. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe the tall giant likes the little man.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
Maybe so.
My son today, Christopher's like, who are we watching? I said Schwartzman. He said Shortman.
Shortman. He looked at Schwartzman and thought it was Shortman.
Shortman.
No, he knew who it was.
But he's like, that's what you guys should call him, Short Man.
So
Schwartzman, Short Man.
So I forgot if I had. Oh yes, another picture I had. Yesterday on yesterday's show, we talked about Riley Opelka getting fined for coming out with a bag with the logo that was too big. Here is that bag with the logo. Look at the pink bag. The pink bag on the bottom, there's some black writing that goes left and right under his rackets. See it? So the pink bag with the black writing left and right underneath his pro staffs are the titles, or
he needs to shave.
They're too big. Now here was Riley Opelka's tweet in response to that. I don't have Twitter. She did, so she showed me this. I just took a screenshot. His tweet was, is that how it works? This tweet, that's what you say? Okay. U.S. Open ticket sales must be struggling this year with a face. $10,000 for a pink bag. At least it looked fly. And then you put a hashtag corporate.
He must be hanging out with Venus. At least it looked fly.
At least it looked fly.
That's a word we used back in the days. Anyway.
At least it looked fly, right? Okay, I don't think I have any more pictures for today. Oh, yeah, I did want to show you our group, though. This is our group, and we like this group a lot. So this was a good crew. This was our crew. All right, so we had a good day. All right. Okay, let's start real quick with a match that won't take but just a minute, and let's get it out of the way.
Okay.
Let's start with the Berrettini Oscar Ott match. The only reason why I bring it up, hey, good job for both players being here, but we have a finite time to get through. We got a lot to talk about. I don't think Berrettini or Ott is really dangerous to the narrative of this U.S. Open, Djokovic being his 21st major and the calendar Grand Slam. In your opinion, is Berrettini or Oscar Ott dangerous for Djokovic right now at this tournament just today?
No.
You're right?
No, it's the same thing with the player that just beat Shortman. He doesn't have a shot either.
Vandersloom.
Yeah, it's just a good dream. Good for him for getting that far, you know?
Okay. So, again, no disrespect, Berrettini, Ott, good for you. Quality players, the both of them. But in terms of Djokovic here, and they're just here. And look, Djokovic could play 70%. And those guys could play the match of their lives and maybe win a couple of sets. But taking him down, unless he is, as Chukwuemeka indicated, unless he's hurt or going through some, I don't see it happening. We pushed that match out of the way. Now you just mentioned the Schwartzman Vandersloom match. I must be totally honest. I have seen this gentleman play.
The match was boring.
I have seen him play now one time. Okay,
yeah, me too.
Watch the match start to finish.
Good for him, because he's got second round was the furthest he's ever gone into any slam. Now he's in the quarterfinals.
Great for him.
Great paycheck. I'm sure he's got a lot of bills to pay. Great win. He should have won this match in 3 sets, though. It went to 5, but he should have won in 3. Don't you think? I'm sure that nerves got into it, so he beat Shortman. Good for him. His next opponent is going to be who? Who's his next opponent?
Medvedev, I think, right? Yes, Vandersloom will get Medvedev. Now, let me say a couple.
That's gonna be.
Can I say a couple things?
Easy.
Can I say a couple things about Vandersloom? This is the first time I watched him play. Again, for being a lifetime player and a coach for 22 years, sometimes when I'm watching, the coaching mentality picks up. And I'm just trying to size that player up. Here's how I sized him up. You want to hear my sizing up of Vandersloom?
Sure.
Okay. Number one, not much emotion, pretty even Steven, stays low key, keeps his head in the game. Okay. When the tough get going, he tends to push the ball a bit. He had a couple of match points in the 4th set, or it might have been the 3rd. Yeah, it was the 3rd set. He was about to win in straights, I think. 3rd set, he had a 15-40. Diego Schwartzman was serving, and he tried to push his way to the finish line, and he coughed up those 2 break points, and onto the 5th set we went. Now, prior to this match beginning, I told Carla, she was next to me, I looked at the tail of the tape. In other words, I looked at strengths and weaknesses. I know Schwartzman well, but I'm sizing up his strengths and weaknesses, right? And I told her before it started that do you think Squidward is going to get destroyed again in the finals? Yes.
He has a chance.
Let's go with that comment. That's the comment.
He said
Squigler.
But I heard Medvedev.
Is that Zverev?
Yes.
Let's
no,
go.
that's not Zverev.
Who's
That's
Squibbler?
Medvedev.
Okay, so Squibbler.
With the
Okay,
head,
that works
think
even better.
about it.
That works even
He
better.
don't look like- But think
Great
about it.
comment.
But he said that he thinks he can win this year. I think
Okay.
he can.
By the way, Van der Zandschulp, this is the first Dutch man to make the U.S. Open quarterfinals since 2004, and that player was Schalken. Do you remember Schalken?
Mm-hmm.
Vintage player. I think Federer was just coming in. I think Federer might have beat Schalken in the 2004 U.S. Open semifinals. Check my math on that. That goes back to a long time ago. 04 semis. Did Federer beat Schalken? Anyway, so Schalken made the semis in 2002. So, hey, good for the Dutchman. It's been a dry run for these guys. But anyway, he has a very pleasing game to watch. I'm not going to say exciting, like, let's go. Oh. He has a pleasing game to watch. It's soothing to see, except for the two hands on the backhand for a male. You know, I don't care for a male with two hands on the racket. On the backhand side, I prefer the one, but I get why people do it these days. But a patient player, he's a spot player. His first serve average, I kept track of serves in and throughout a couple of sets. His first serve average was around 115 miles per hour. So not terribly fast, but he was really good at putting Diego out wide, opening up the court, and then taking that pattern, and then he would throw in the changeup and go back behind him at times. So he's a patient player. But again, moving forward against someone like Medvedev, I think that's the end of the road for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Agree?
Yeah, I agree. And Medvedev didn't have a hard time today against Evans.
No, he
not
did,
at all.
Yeah,
he cruised.
That was a routine dismissal.
And yet they say the men's match are more exciting.
Yeah, that was a routine dismissal.
How can you guys say the men's matches are more exciting? It seems like the women matches are a lot more exciting this year.
Now that we've got those two matches out of the way, no disrespect, but we're going to start just nailing this, okay? First of all, I've never seen this Twitter stuff until she kind of showed me. And does anyone know who Piers Morgan is? The British,
yes.
He used to do America's Got Talent or stuff like this. He's a British kind of, he always gets wrapped up in controversies. Okay. I saw a tweet again. I don't have it, but this is what Piers Morgan tweeted today. This was pertaining to Naomi Osaka. We talked about this a dozen times. I don't want to bring it back up, but I would like to hear your take on Piers Morgan and whether you think he's just an idiot or maybe he's onto something. You ready? Okay. Piers Morgan says this today about Naomi Osaka, and I quote, "People got very upset when I suggested Naomi Osaka may be a spoiled brat. Here she is repeatedly smashing up rackets as she loses in the U.S. Open. Then she cried again and threatened to quit again. If a male tennis player behaved like this, we'd call him a spoiled brat." Right? Anyone agree with this? Anyone disagree with this?
I don't agree with it because she didn't smash a racket. When did she smash a racket?
Well, I think he said repeatedly smashing up. Well,
she was
throwing it.
That's not smashing. What Djokovic does is smashing. What Zverev does is smashing.
Why do you got to throw Djokovic into that?
I'm giving a whole bunch of names. What Medvedev does is smashing. What's his name? X-Store does, that's smashing.
Okay.
She didn't even come close to this. What Serena does, that's smashing.
Well, Serena just shoves balls down people's throats.
But she didn't smash her racket. So I disagree with that comment.
Look,
I'm just telling you, she didn't smash her racket. She threw her racket. She even said, "I apologize for acting like a child."
Agree. Only reason why I read that is I saw it this morning, and we spent the better part of an hour one day giving our take on it, and I came across that today. Mm-hmm. So the talk is still going, and this time from someone that I guess is kind of high profile.
But Eric said Pierce was also not very nice to Raducanu at Wimbledon. What did he say about her?
That's when she I think she got wrapped up in the nerves. And
I just think some old man, that is going through a midlife crisis. They don't know whether they can perform or not. Just saying, and. They got a whole bunch of gray hairs, they're overweight and stuff. Shouldn't be talking about young girls. Just saying.
I need to put this match back on.
Just saying.
All right, you ready to move forward?
Move forward.
All right, I'm going to put back on the Kerber match. Can you grab that for me or just whatever you press? All right, we talked about Riley Opelka for a moment because of his bag, right? He had the letters that were too big. Let's actually be serious about it. And let's talk about how much farther Riley Opelka can go in this tournament. Honestly, objectively, right? I'm always go USA, but I'm a realist that'll tell you if you suck, you suck. I don't care where you're from. If you're going to tennis is an international language. We play tennis, that makes us brothers and sisters, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter where you're from, what you look like, how big you are, how small you are, how rich you are, how poor you are. If we are tennis players and we're together, we're brothers. We're going to battle it out, and we're going to shake hands at the net and move forward and be friends for life, right? The reality aspect of it is if you look like shit, I'm going to tell you. If you play like shit, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to say like Chris Evert does, oh, you know, you look so good. And then when they start losing, oh, you look so bad. I'm not going to.
The face,
it's here.
The face, the way
it's here.
It looked like you were on crack.
Thank you for that, Carla.
I'm sorry.
Look, by the way, Leylah Fernandez is up 4-2 right now. She is facing, or she has a break point currently. So right now, Leylah Fernandez is up 4-2 serving, and now it's deuce. So she's serving to go up 5-2.
We showed you a picture. Yeah, Shelby Rogers. You know, he already said Barty won, and then Barty choked.
Hey, and Flo, by the way, you are a very beautiful young lady. And when I saw your picture at the U.S. Open with my hat on, I don't know if they could see that in the picture, but you had my hat on, and it made my day. Thank you so much for that picture.
I love her shirt. She's so cute.
Yeah, such a beautiful girl.
Very petite.
Yes.
Little thing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're like 100 pounds, maybe not. 95, 5'2". 5 feet?
Well, either way,
did I guess right, Flo?
You should still make your
5'1", 95 pounds.
Look, New York City is about.
I had a lot of friends like her, by the way, in New York.
Yeah, we've done this drive before, New York down south. So you're about 17 hours away. So just grab a rental, get an Uber, and come on here.
Get an Uber. That'll be like that.
Just come on.
Get an Uber.
Yeah, super cool though. Great to hear from you.
So let's go to Shelby Rogers. You said Barty wins and Barty will play.
Yep.
And this guy called you out on it. I think it was this guy.
He said, "Don't count your chickens before they hatch."
Yeah, great match for
Shocking.
5'1", 106 pounds. Okay, I was close.
Shocking.
I thought it was a good for her. Shelby Rogers had a serious knee surgery. She said she had never beaten. You're not that young. I'm guessing you're like 32 to 34.
Either way, she had a smile and it made me smile. So your smile is contagious.
Very cute. Very cute.
Contagious.
And I just said that because you say you're not that young. I'm just guessing. But because I would have said you're like 25.
Okay, so somehow we got stuck in the midst of two topics now. You brought up now the Barty match, and we were just getting started on Opelka. So let's remember one before we skip around.
I thought you were done with Opelka.
No, the question was how much farther can Riley Opelka really go? And I was saying, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't care if he's from the U.S. or if you're my best friend. If I don't think you're a great player, I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt. I've had people look at me and say I'm not a great player. So I've dealt with it. I know how it feels, right? Mm-hmm. Riley Opelka, 24 years old, wicked tall, and has a booming serve. How far does that carry you? A month ago, Carl and I were watching an Opelka match, and he was in a match. I forget who it was or what tournament, but he would serve the ball in, and 75% of the time that the ball would come back to him after he served. So the third ball, serve first ball, return second ball, his ball being the third ball, he would miss the ball 75% of the time. Now, I get it. He's, in the fourth round and doing great here. But if you are having third ball errors 75% of the time 1 month ago, how much further can you really go? You can't tell me that in 1 month's time you've corrected a category that takes years of practice. Okay? Mm-hmm. Djokovic will return that damn serve. He will get his racket on it. We do drills about this. There's drills that we do with students, and we'll put them up at the net, and we'll cream balls at them, not right at them. We'll try to pass them, passing lanes. And if they jump out and even nick the ball with the racket, if it skips off their frame, they get the point. If it's a clean pass, we get the point. So the ability for him to not be able to do that, his third ball, instead of being, when you serve that way, your second ball is your setup ball. Right? If you don't get the ace, a serve bot serves it in, hoping for that kind of short ball, that sitter, and then you pow that, right? So your serve's an ace, or you're looking for that third ball winner. Serve +1 is what we call it. But 75% of the time, not long ago, his +1 was being dumped into the net 75% of the time. How much further can Opelka go?
Who does he play next?
Lloyd Harris.
I think Lloyd Harris is going to be tough to beat. I think Lloyd Harris will have his number.
Yeah, and Lloyd Harris has had a chip on his shoulder for a long time. Lloyd Harris has been overlooked for a long time. By the way, shout out to Gene Swart in South Africa. By the way, the owner of Tech Strings, Ivor Savage, wonderful friend, wonderful coach, and has a wonderful string company, International, is South African as well. Kevin Anderson, he had a couple rounds that he put under his belt, shot out as well. But Lloyd Harris is here, and I think he's demanding respect now. We talked about Lloyd Harris 3 years ago on the show, and he kind of fell quiet. Alcaraz, has kind of been steadily climbing, but look, Lloyd Harris is a little bit older, but his trajectory is good.
Yeah, I know Flo asked me who's going to win the women's. I honestly have no clue. No clue, and I'm not guessing. But going to the party, you already had said she was going to win, and then she loses. I mean, she had the match 5-2. I don't know. Maybe she's tired. I mean, I don't think she was too sad about losing. Could it be that her opponent just played an absolute excellent match? Yeah, I mean, good for Shelby said in her interview. I've never beaten her. She's beaten me like 4 or 5 times, and I had to try everything and do something different. She said otherwise. She played her heart out. Good for her. She was in tears when they asked her about her knee surgery. She thought she would never play tennis again. She was happy when she was able to do a squat. I like Barty, by the way, is a class act. She hugged her opponent, waited for her at the neck, gave her a hug, said a few words, and then Shelby said a few things as they were walking away and hugged her again. Excellent. That's the type of sportsmanship that you want to see. That's what you want to see. You want to see, they battled it. You want to see them, respect themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Respect each other, at the end.
Absolutely. So. By the way, Kerber is serving 40-30. She broke back. So Kerber is right now in a point. If she wins this point, which she did, they are on serve 4-4. So Kerber, Fernandez 4-4 first set. Anyway, Barty's a class act. The better player did not win. Does that make any sense? The better player did not win. It just wasn't her day. She will have many more great days and multiple more majors. I foresee Barty with a handful of more majors. 3 or 4.
I think she's tired. She's won a lot. I mean, she has nothing to feel bad about. She didn't throw her racket. She didn't pout. She didn't cry. Good for Shelby Rogers. Good for the underdogs. I feel like this tournament is for all those that we didn't expect to do well, and they're doing well.
I think, yes, I like to look at it this way. For the 2 18-year-olds, by the way, Fernandez and Alcaraz, to be where they are right now, I think.
Raducanu is also 5'18" as well.
Isn't Raducanu a little older than that? I think you're incorrect about Raducanu's age. I think Raducanu is like 22 or something. You can look it up.
22.
I'm not sure. I may be wrong. I don't know. So
she's 18 as well.
Okay, so 3 18-year-olds. Here's the thing that.
So is Brooksby.
Here is the 4. So here is the thing that really makes the. 10 years ago, let's rewind and ask ourselves the next gen, Zverev and this next gen finals and all this stuff, right? And here they are still now they're getting older. They're in their 20s and they haven't done anything. Yes, the Masters 1000. They haven't done anything in terms of winning majors, right? And here we are now with 18-year-olds that are coming out of nowhere and beating those guys. It makes the next gen look like one of the weakest generations of tennis ever, in my opinion. How many billions of dollars were spent on this whole next gen thing just to keep people into the game as fans? Because Roger Federer, Murray, I always forget Del Potro, Wawrinka. There was 4, 5, 6 guys that won everything, and a lot of people were dropping like flies. So they started pushing, the next gen thing. And here they go. We start beefing up Zverev. We start beefing up Tsitsipas and all these guys. And here we are still talking about them. And people call us, how can you be positive and all you do is blaspheme these people all the time? No, it's just real talk. And these guys have never been as great as people much younger have been in history. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'd rather have a 17-year-old Michael Chang any day besides Zverev. I would rather have a 16, 17-year-old Capriati than I would Sabalenka. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Anyway, enough
18,
said.
19, close and same thing. Joanna says maybe it's Pliskova's turn. Maybe.
Could be.
It's her opportunity.
Could be.
It's opening up for her, but it's still going to be tough because Pliskova is. I can never bet on her. You just never know.
So this is kind of a nostalgic question in a way. She is absolutely right with this. I would love to see Pliskova do it, but someone else that is now deep into this tournament, she's been to the semifinals before, that, if it wasn't for Serena and a couple other handfuls of people just a little bit better that aren't in the tournament, Svitolina.
Yes.
So you have to ask yourself, who would you rather lift the trophy? Would you rather have Pliskova do it or would you rather have Svitolina do it? Svitolina just married Gael Monfils, wonderful couple. She's wearing her wedding ring on court. Maybe it would be a Cinderella story, right? Monfils didn't do too bad. Lost the center in 5, 6-4 in the 5th, and then get kind of the I love you, baby, we did this together deal, just as they've been married, and she gets her maiden slam.
Well, Wozniacki got it. She deserves to get it too.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the same playing style.
I've never been a big Svitolina fan, but I love where she is now. Not a fan of who she is as a person. It has nothing to do with her game. I'm not a big fan of Svitolina's tactics and her game. It's a little pushy for me.
They're unpredictable, but so all of them was Zest for Life. Are you telling me that you could bet your money on Sakari or Sabalenka or Krejcikova or the 18-year-olds? I mean, you can't. You don't know. Andreescu, she can lose to anyone.
Okay, don't forget where we are. Note it, okay? We were just finishing, because I have something. She was not ready for this. I wrote this. It's not even highlighted because I didn't want her to read it. All right, so we're going to do something. Remember where we were. Okay, I'm going to ask Carla and all of you. So if you want to answer these, do it in comments and just do them as we go down. And if we, I thought you were looking at my cheat sheet.
Just them.
And you can go back and put them in comments or whatever, and we'll read those. We've done this before. I'm going to ask Carla 20 quick questions, and all of you. Okay, but I'm going to make Carla answer them for you, and we would love to read your answers. Number them. All right, Carla, are you ready for these 20 questions?
Okay.
I do not want you to think about it. If you think about it, it's not as genuine as it would be if you didn't. Are you ready? Question number 1, Carla, do you hope Novak Djokovic wins this U.S. Open and gets his 21st major? Come on.
Sure.
That's not a very energetic answer.
I hope to see him be challenged. Question
number 2, do you think that Daniel Medvedev's coach looks like he should be in the Shire with the Hobbits?
Yes.
There you go. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is question 3. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being good, okay, how much do you look forward to watching Chris Everett's commentary?
None.
0. Number 4, is Naomi Osaka a brat?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Number 5, does Carlos Alcaraz win a major within 5 years?
Possible, yes, I guess. I don't know.
I like possible. It's possible. We'll see.
Nothing's guaranteed.
We don't jump on bandwagons too much.
I don't know.
We just wait.
It's hard to tell if we're going to even be living next year. I mean, who knows? You don't know if the end of the world's coming. I don't know.
You know the old saying, the proof is in the pudding. It's hard to look at the pudding if there is no proof, because he's still very fresh. Okay. Question number 6, Carla. Who is your favorite women's WTA player currently right now? Favorite. Only one. Now, you're thinking too much. Come on. This takes the fun out of it.
Oh, Serena.
Okay. Yeah. She's still playing. Question number 7. Choose one. Medvedev, Tsitsipas, or Zverev?
Medvedev.
I'm going to say Zverev there.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. Really don't know. Medvedev can't bring anybody. He can't play the net. Tsitsipas flips out all the time. See, I watched my language there, Kevin and Jackie Gunn. And Zverev, I think, is starting to turn the corner. I think he's playing better. Question number 8. Besides playing, coaching, or following tennis and doing our shows, what's your favorite thing to do?
Besides, working out.
Okay, working out.
Because it's peaceful and I don't have anybody around me. So.
Number 9. Do you prefer a hairy chest or a smooth chest?
Smooth chest. No hair.
Question number 10. All right, you got to hit these fast. Question number 10. Would you rather be in a log cabin in the mountains, snowing and next to a fire, or on a beach chair on a beautiful day with a drink?
Snow, because I can't stand the beach.
Me too. Let's go. Get your lady next to you. Be all warm. Get the fire. Pop, pop. Crackling fire. Snow
I'll
falling
answer your question
outside.
in a bit, Josh.
Okay. Number 11. What remaining women's player would you like to see lift this year's U.S. Open trophy the most?
Out of everybody on that list, Pliskova, because I feel like she should have had one.
Yeah, I'm going to take Pliskova as well. Yeah. And yes, I do know that Shelby Rogers in there. But again, if you followed the game your whole life, you get where we're coming from. It's more like who's had a lot of success, but yet has not had the slam. Yeah, yes. There's no boundaries with us with the game. If you've earned it, I don't care where you're from. It does Antarctica. Let's go. She's earned it. Let's go. Svitolina, I think, would be number 2. And then after those two, I would just say Rogers because she's American. All right. Question number 12. Who is your least favorite player in all of tennis currently, men and women combined? Who is your least favorite player?
Tsitsipas.
I agree. Well, Right now, yes.
Right now.
Right now, yes. Okay. Question number 13. If you could dress in only one color, what would that color be?
Yellow.
Okay. You know, when I first met you, you would have said black. So you've changed a bit over all these years.
Yellow. I don't know why.
So she wants to be.
It really would be. It wouldn't be yellow. It'd be more like a bluish color.
So she wants to be a bright thing. When I first met her, she wore dark. She was always dark, blacked out. I met her, she blacked out. She'd be on the tennis court, blacked out. She'd be blacked out. Black glasses, black shirt, black tank, black socks, black shoes. I turned you to the light side. Let's go, Carla.
All right. Next question.
Let's get down. Come on. Let's go.
Ben Braxton might not like it. That's why I put him on timeout.
He's all right.
His comments were dumb, so I have to.
We love him anyway.
And I could do that, so I could just hit delete.
We love you anyway.
So much fun. You know what I tell people? I love when you talk smack because I could just go delete, block, boom.
We love you anyway.
And I enjoy doing that. So
we love you anyway.
I'm gonna go like Medvedev. It's because of you.
I love you though, Ben.
It's because of you.
I got you. I got Ben on my team. Let's go, Ben.
It's because Ben. It's because of
Van.
you.
Let's go, Van.
It's because of you.
Let's go, Van. Come on. I need some trash talk on my crew.
Egg me on, please.
That's how we roll. Kind of like DMX. Okay, number 14. The one thing that frustrates you the most in life is what?
Idiot comments.
Okay.
Ignorance.
Okay. Mine would be watching kids run around with no parents around with no guidance. When I see kids with no guidance, that frustrates me big time. Mm-hmm. All right. Question number 15. Who is the greatest tennis player of all time, men and women's combined? Who?
Men and women's Graf.
Steffi Graf?
Yeah.
I had the same answer.
Yeah.
Okay, number 16. Your dream job is what?
I'm doing it now.
Me too. Me too.
I'm doing it now.
The tennis pro, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my dream job too. Okay, it makes if it's your dream and you have passion for it, it's not like work. We just get up and go do it.
There's some students that are work. But some days it's not work.
Good answer, my lady.
Yeah.
Good answer, my lady. Soldier right there. Roses are red, violets are blue. I would not teach tennis if it wasn't for you. Mm-hmm. P.S. Mm-hmm. Bang.
Gabby says, can she answer question 20? I guess she saw you writing it.
Okay.
She's asking.
So my daughter said, okay, she must have read this. Let me finish. She said she wants to answer the 20th question. Okay. And we only have 4 left. Question number 17. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being a lot, how much do you like Sasha or Alexander Zverev?
5.
Okay. Before it was a -7, but now I'm like 3-4. He's growing on me a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I like the racket he plays with.
That whole Jack sock thing, ouch.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that. Yeah. And I like Zverev's racket. He plays with the head gravity. It's black and it's a nice racket, nice frame. I think I'm going to get one. Okay. Question number 18, the most attractive, the most handsome, the most beautiful, the most attractive men's or women's tennis player. You can only choose one, men or women's, and all of tennis currently.
Oh, it's Iron Man for me.
Martin Fucsovics?
Yeah, but then before him, I would say Safin.
Safin, okay. But currently. So you're going with Fucsovics now, and you're going vintage Safin.
Yeah.
Marat. Yeah, he could scream like with the best of them. Okay, question number 19. You ready? This is an important question for all of you. The first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word tennis is what?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's it.
My kid said, Mom, that's
Everything.
all you do is tennis, tennis, tennis.
For a long time.
When you wake up, it's tennis. You sleep, it's tennis.
All right, Gabby, come here.
Sorry, man.
Right, come here. No, we can't. We don't have time.
Okay, Ben loves you both. I've been watching you when you broadcast your show.
Hurry up. Sit on my lap. Hurry up. We don't have time, bro. Okay, because the computer goes out after a certain time. Okay, so this is, we have 5 children. The oldest is Jonathan, and then it's Christopher, and then it's Liliana, and then it's Gabriella, and then that's Justin Jr. over here. So this is Junior, right? My little man right here. Okay, you're so short that your head's sawed off. Mm-hmm. But Gabriella wanted to answer question number 20. Now, I don't know how she even knew what question 20 was. I'm guessing I left it on the couch, and then you read it while I was writing. Okay, so here's question number 20. Gabby, look in the camera. This is our pageant moment. Not that we do pageants. We do tennis. Like, what? Okay, here's the question. Gabriella and Carla, if you could change one thing in your life, what would it be? That's a deep question for a 9-year-old. I think that might be a hard-hitting question.
Ooh, I know.
What?
I would make coronavirus stop.
You would make coronavirus style. That's actually a great answer. That's actually good. That was a good answer. That was a deep, smart, very intelligent answer.
I don't think I can even beat that.
I couldn't beat that.
I wasn't even thinking that deep.
I thought she was going to be like, I want a strawberry shortcake or something.
No, I can't think that deep. I was going to say.
Good job, Gabby. Excellent.
Yeah, she beat me because all I was going to say is I wouldn't change anything in my life because then things would have been different.
All right, you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate the answer.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, Kerber just took the first set against Fernandez, 6-4. Carla, we both said before this started that we thought Kerber would be a little much for her.
Just because experience. But you never know. Women are so unpredictable these days.
Will you fill those questions up? We will take your answers. If you spend time later and go back and answer these, we'll pick a few and read them out maybe on the next show or something. So we'll save them so we know the order. Okay. All right. So don't lose that because I definitely will. All right, back to the deal. We stopped talking at bar T, right? Mm-hmm. Next up, Rogers plays Raducanu. Who wins that match?
Toss up.
Yes. If you toss the coin 100 times right here, which side?
Toss up because they're both going to feel the pressure being that deep into the slams.
They both have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. I think it'll be a 2 out of 3.
You have the young girl that is really looking for her nerves to stay in check. She went through what really happens when you have nerves at Wimbledon. Here she is now with hopefully that in the bag, right? She's got an energetic crowd. We have Rogers, the U.S. girl. She was very confident in her press conference after the match. Rogers was straight up saying, kind of like Tiafoe said, I'm coming for, I'm gonna perform this well my next match as well. So they're both kind of in the pre-match, or they're what do they call it in boxing when you come out the weigh-in or whatever? They both weighed in.
Exactly what Bozdar said. It's 50-50. I don't know. A lot of these women's matches is 50-50. A lot of them. I mean, we can't even pick a winner.
Shelby Rogers had a major knee injury, as I did, blew out her knee and was out of the game.
Cartilage.
I don't know the exact injury.
I know what it is. It's the cartilage. Completely gone.
Yeah, I don't know how that works out, but yeah, she ruptured something in the knee.
Ruptured cartilage.
Yeah, I ruptured my patellar tendon. I don't know how you rupture cartilage.
I've
never heard that.
Well, it said it on the thing.
Possible. She was out of the game for 13 months. Boom, boom, boom. Got back in shape, match ready, and here she is.
Yeah, she made the quarters last year, but she said it was different, Gene, because there was no crowd. And she said she felt like the crowd helped her.
All right, jumping over to Jack Sock. We're going to talk about the Jack Sock Zverev match. Carla and I watched this last night from start to finish. It was very funny to me. Once again, we are following this match on like 3 different we got it on the TV in front of us, commentary, and then we've got another thing over here, another thing over here. And almost as soon as Jack Sock wins the first set, people are like, oh, he's back. Oh, he's back. Oh, look at this. He's got the fear hand, People are like, oh, Zverev's going down. You know what? Carla and I looked at ourselves and said, I hope he can do that. I hope he can do that for 5 sets.
Yeah.
Because
homeboy Zverev was like running side to side.
Yeah.
Side to side. Like nothing.
Yeah.
He made it look easy, whereas Sock had a beer belly, so it was like, ooh.
we were seeing people start saying this in various chats in different places, and we're like, here we go again. The bunch of kids start yapping, We were like, okay, there's no way that Jack Sock, looking like Santa Claus out there, is ever going to be able to go the distance against Zverev. Okay, he cranked a whole lot of forehands, but that forehand will break down, and Zverev knew it. Fast forward to the end of the match, when right before Jack Sock retired. You just said yourself that Sock had Zverev running everywhere, and he was running it down. Mm-hmm. When Jack Sock, he did get injured. I mean, he was hurting, granted, but he got hurt because he's out of shape.
He's out of shape. That's why he's hurt. Yeah.
So, but the point right before Jack Sock quit, it was a really freaking grueling point. Jack Sock was on the offensive. He wasn't moving too much, and Zverev is spanning the court. Left, right, up, left, right. Crowd's getting into it. You're like, damn, and he's running everything out. Zverev gets to a ball that probably no one else, honestly, except Djokovic would have gotten to. Probably not even Medvedev because he's so lanky. Mm-hmm. Threw the ball up, went over Jack Sock's head. Jack Sock, it trips backwards, falls on the ground. And once I think that sunk into his head that, oh my gosh, I just played an excellent point, at least for me. Still, Jack Sock is not great. No disrespect. I'm just being a realist. I'm not being negative. I'm just telling you Jack Sock is not a great tennis player. Mm-hmm. Never has been. He was top 10. I get it for one point in time, but look, because he won one Paris Masters at the end of the year, he's going to go down as some fan club? No.
Yeah, he is 28 or 29, so you know the clock is passing quickly.
Yeah.
And
so after,
I mean, good for him for playing. Yeah.
After Jack Sock played that point, you could see it in his eye getting up off the ground. He enjoyed the point. He loved the crowd. He did not want to quit. You could tell he didn't want to quit, but he just knew there was nothing he could do. I still would have finished the match, though.
No, he was hurting himself. He should have stopped.
I got it real quick.
He should have, in my opinion, Jack Sock should have stopped after he called the trainer. They wrapped up his leg so much. I'm like, there's no way this guy's going to be able to continue. Here you have Zverev, who is lean, not very muscular guy, which means that he can travel, he can move around the court really well and not get hurt. He knows how to slide. He's got the reach. He's feeling confident. I think someone mentioned that he's on a winning streak. I mean, he's number 3 in the world. I mean, here's you're playing an overweight guy. No way. That's playing challenges. Yeah, no, he should have quit. Van says, you said the same thing. Can Jack last 4 sets? He always broke down in singles. He needs to stick to doubles, but he is a great guy.
Agreed.
Yes, very well said. Alex Kuyar said, would Jack Sock a few years ago have beaten today's Zverev? No, I don't think Jack Sock never had the game to beat the top guys. I think, I don't know. All right, well, hurry up, Justin. Derek Edward Sock is ready for the Labor Cup. If he hurt himself, he's not going to be ready for the Labor Cup.
Oh, I think that's a joke.
Yeah, I don't think he's ready for the Labor Cup. If he looked like he was legitimately, I can't even say the word. He looked hurt. His wife was even telling him to stop, but he kept going.
All right, sorry about that, guys. But look, I think whoever mentioned the Labor Cup with Jack Sock, was that meant to be kind of like a joke, like a witty joke? Because the Labor Cup to me is cheesy.
But I don't think he can play. If you look at it, he was injured for sure.
Is the Labor Cup exciting to you?
No, I don't even watch it.
Is the excitement?
I never watched it last year. I'll be honest with you.
Well, we couldn't. Our house was destroyed during.
No, we could have watched it. They didn't play it last year. The year before that, I mean.
Is the Cup exciting to you guys?
I didn't watch it when Djokovic and Federer were together. I didn't watch it barely when Djokovic when Federer and Nadal were in it.
I've always thought about it as being an exhibition. There's nothing wrong with exhibitions. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of exhibitions that we've been to. Andy Roddick, we went to one where Andy Roddick was with.
Oh, I wasn't with you in that one. So
who I don't know who I was with. I went to like 2 in a row. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. This type of expedition, Roddick would come and Agassi would come, and they would have microphones in their ears, and then they, would play a match, and it would be kind of, they'd talk throughout it and kind of make the crowd involved and blah, blah, blah. That's how I see the Labor Cup as an exhibition. On top of that, though, I see its inception as Roger Federer wanting to kind of look at himself and to kind of admire him. Roger Federer loves him. He loves himself. And
what's wrong with loving yourself?
It's not. I didn't mean that disrespectfully. I mean, I got a Roger Federer tattoo on my back. I respect Roger Federer.
No tattoos. I like Roger Federer more than you.
I'm a Federer fan. And I know you always say, why do you always mention you have a Roger Federer tattoo?
Hey, I don't have a tattoo, but I like it more than him.
Because
there you go.
I mentioned that because a lot of times I'll tell you reality about a player that I may like a lot, but they may suck ass that day. And I'm going to tell you.
A lot too. I mean, she's always.
Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with loving yourself.
but again, the Labor Cup to me is not. Look, if
it is exhibition, you guys know that. Some of you guys enjoy that. The only reason I don't enjoy that is because I was very serious and deep into the tennis, and I just can't watch someone just kind of laugh, giggle, because to me it wasn't about that. So that's why I can't watch it. As a fan, and maybe when I'm 80 years old and I can no longer hit a ball, then I will enjoy that. Just saying.
Yeah. Carla and I share the same mindset about, I guess, tennis in a way. Sure, have fun with it and so forth. But it's when you're inside those gates, it's a battle switch. It's a fight, and we're gonna fight.
Let me ask his. Josh had asked Heinenink had asked a question. Who was the best teenager tennis player in your opinion?
Michael Chang. Oh, no. No. Let's rewind. What about Tracy Austin? Tracy Austin was what, 15?
Nadal to me was the most solid teenager.
He won his first French Open at 18?
He was
17?
very consistent from the moment he came out. I would have to say Nadal.
How old was Nadal when he won his first French?
I don't know. And then my second one Steffi Graf would be the female, because she came out as a very young girl winning.
What about Hingis?
Yes, but I think Graf.
What about Celis? What about Celis? Was Celis in the teens?
Yeah, she was in the teens, but I'm talking about as the best Graf for sure, because she beat the legends at an early age.
Yeah.
And I would say Nadal, because he beat.
Those are good lists. If you look at that, that's a long list. Yeah, I think maybe someone was looking for one or two players, and we roll off this whole list.
Well, I say to me, number one then would be Graf, because she was 14. Yeah, like 14 years old.
Yeah, and that's what makes the whole next gen thing so disappointing. We've spent 10 years of our life, at least a lot of us, watching these players in this next gen thing. Hopefully one day they'll do something, because the big three are there. Now what do you have? Now what do you have? You've got 18-year-olds that are here that are beating them.
Ferkill 377 said ATP Cup is difficult. ATP Cup is discount Davis Cup. Nothing special about it, really, except for Tsitsipas injuring his father.
Yes, that was a good moment. Good comment there. But yeah, and look, we were big Davis Cup fans. My last name is Davis. Our last name is Davis. That's our last name. And we would go to the Davis Cup, quite often.
I didn't.
We would go to the Davis Cup a lot, but they changed it. No big deal to me. But nonetheless, the Davis Cup was kind of a special thing. Now, granted, we didn't take it as seriously as, the majors or anything else, but we took it more kind of like soccer in a way. And I don't play soccer, so maybe I have this wrong, but it's more like country against country.
Yeah.
You don't have the best players, but it's more like, and some countries do bring their best players.
It's not that big anymore, Derek, unfortunately, because of all the tournaments they've come out with. It's not as big as it used to be. I do agree. FAA and Tiafoe is going to be fun. I'm going to be sipping on my Mike's Heart. Now, while I watch this match, while I watch Beastman and Classic Boy play.
Right now, by the way, Kerber is up 3-2. Kerber's up a break in the second set. So Kerber took the first set 6-4, and she is up a break in the second, fixing to serve at 3-2. And we do have the other is
Ellis Fire says, hope Sinner will not be the next big cheese. Like Alcaraz better.
All right, question. Is Sasha Zverev the only person blocking Novak Djokovic from the finals and his chance at 22 majors?
Let's look at the draw.
You got Medvedev and Zverev out there. You got
so Zverev, out of everybody in this draw, yes, Zverev is the only one on his side that can stop him.
You think so?
Brooksby's not going to do it.
Okay.
It's not going to do it.
Okay, freeze right there. Good. Okay, Carla just said something. She said Brooksby's not going to do it. I agree. Now, hold on. Let me flip a page. Let me flip a page.
You already said about this.
I'm going to say it again because I heard it 5 times this morning. Okay, right here. This morning, 2 different times. We were teaching. I came home. I went back, wrote this then. It's on my last sheet because you had to have. Okay?
You had to.
Proof is in the pudding.
You have to.
Okay? This morning, I heard 3 different people, Chris Evert, Paul Annacone, and Darren Cahill, all say the following thing, that Brooksby can beat. Not saying they would, but Brooksby can beat Novak Djokovic. Now, is this American other Americans and Darren Cahill doing it just simply because he's at the Open?
Is anyone really impressed with Brooksby's game?
Do you really think that Brooksby can beat Novak Djokovic? Really? And if so, you know what? It could happen every day. Yeah, we can all show up to the office and have a really bad day.
Do you guys like Brooksby's game?
I just hate his grunt, man. He sounds.
But look at his game, technical wise. If we complain about Tiafoe's game style, we definitely have to complain about Brooksby's game.
Mm-hmm.
His forehand's ugly. His backhand slice, the most horrendous thing I've seen 5-year-olds slice better than him.
He grunts like a lamb taking a shit out in the pasture. Yeah. Ah! The hell's he doing out there?
No.
But look.
He's constipated.
I mean, things can happen. I get it. But
yeah, I like your score. You're being nice, David.
Yeah.
I say more like 2-2-1.
What's up, David? Haven't heard from you in a while, bro. Good to hear from you.
David Vulovic.
Welcome home, bro. Welcome home.
Vulic. Are you still in California?
He's a soldier. David's a soldier. You see David on here? He's a soldier. He's real. Djokovic fan. Djokovic fan. He's real, though. He's real. He'll let you know. Anyway, does anyone want to agree with Chris Evert, Darren Cahill, or Paul Annacone?
No.
I don't either. Squash that.
As a matter of fact, we should tell Djokovic play left-handed. He might have a shot with you.
I don't know. All right, let me see my draws real quick. I don't know what happened to yours. You lost them. That's right.
No, I put them over there.
Oh, she squandered her draws. All right.
I don't need to look at them. I'm smart like that.
All right, we're going to look at the following fourth round matches. I want you to tell me who you think's going to win. All right, and if you want to say why, that's fine. If you want to say why, we'll take the comments. We've already mentioned this one, but just off the top of your head, Shelby Rogers versus
50-50,
against Raducanu. If you had to take one,
I'll take Rogers just because of experience.
I'm going to go with Raducanu.
Because she's been here. She was here last year.
Okay, we'll call it a true coin toss. I'm going to take Raducanu. Go Rogers, but I think Raducanu, I think will win this match. Okay, we'll see. Belinda Bencic against Iga Swiatek.
One's won the Olympic, the other one won French Open. They're both trying to find their way. Bencic's trying to win a slam. Swiatek's trying to prove herself that she's not just a one slam champion. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Belinda Bencic made the semifinals of the 2019 U.S. Open and was beaten by Bianca Andreescu in the semi, made the final. On the other half, Serena Williams beats – who did Serena Williams beat in 19 in the semis? She made to the final and then lost to Andreescu, right? I forgot who she beat. But anyway.
I'll go with Swiatek.
So Bencic has been here before.
But it's really 50-50.
I think she'll do it again. She just won Olympic gold. She's here. Hey, wouldn't it be crazy if we had two Olympic gold medalists, i.e. Bencic and i.e. Zverev, that took Svitolina, that was her shot right there. Semifinals. Thank you for that. Yeah, it was Svitolina. But wouldn't that be cool if Zverev and Bencic, who just won gold medals in Tokyo, came out the next major after that, both won.
I just don't see enough firepower at Bencic. I find her game a little boring.
All right, Pliskova against Pavlyuchenkova.
Pliskova.
Let's go. Come on.
For sure.
Andreescu against the
I'd rather have Andreescu win.
Squealing Sakari.
Andreescu. I'd rather have her win.
For one time in my life, I'm going to root for Andreescu here. I'm not a big fan of the way she comes across. I don't like the scrunchie on her arm. She seems a little bit kind of snooty a little bit sometimes.
I don't think she's snooty.
For me, she just comes across that way sometimes for me, not in a super bad way. But anyway, she's not my favorite player. And with the scrunchie, it just makes her not my favorite player at all. I'm going to pull for her. She's been through a lot. Let's get her. I know she's won this before, but Sakari, I don't think has the game. She works hard. She's strong. She stays in the gym. She stays fit. She works hard, but Andreescu's the better player.
She'll be better competition for Pliskova.
Yeah. Kerber Fernandez right now is 4-2 in the second set, so Kerber is 2 games away from the quarterfinals. All right. That's it. The other two matches play later. Krejcikova and Muguruza.
We talked about that. A toss-up.
I think I
hope for Muguruza.
I'm gonna take the hot Krejcikova.
Okay.
Muguruza looks great. Major champion, no problem. I love Muguruza a lot.
She's never done well at the U.S. Open, so that's why I picked her.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull. I'm not pull, but I'm gonna say Krejcikova wins that match. Mertens versus Sabalenka.
Mertens, but it's 50-50. I'm just saying that because I don't like Sabalenka.
Who wins tonight between Frances Tiafoe and Felix Auger-Aliassime? And I am looking forward to this match.
Tiafoe.
Rip City.
I think Tiafoe has a great chance.
Look, Tiafoe is a splendid gentleman. He's energetic. He's got a kind heart. He loves the crowd. He enjoys his Rip City. I wish Tiafoe all the luck in the world. If Tiafoe can get through this match, he has the winner of Alcaraz or Goyewicz. Okay, I think Tiafoe can win against either one of those players. And that would put him in a potential semifinal against Van der Schlumpf or Medvedev. Obviously, that's going to be Medvedev unless something really weird happens. And that's where Tiafoe's run would end, in my opinion. But Tiafoe has the ability to get into the trenches and just be a soldier because of his overall fitness level to give anybody in the world fits if he plays his best tennis. And someone like Medvedev doesn't play their best tennis, right? For Djokovic is different. Djokovic can play at 75% and beat other people that play their best tennis in their life, right? Tiafoe can't quite pull that off. So if Tiafoe plays the best tennis of his life ever, and Medvedev comes up a little bit short and can't work the net at all, Tiafoe could.
They said he volleyed today.
Good for him.
He heard you. He heard you. Baby.
Good for him.
He heard you. That
it could
Grand Slam
happen.
champion has to volley.
Right now, off the top of your head, who do you think makes the men's final?
Medvedev on that side.
So Medvedev and Djokovic.
Zverev is what I chose.
No,
that's what I chose on my fantasy thing.
Man.
Holy crap. I chose it.
It's okay. It's okay.
I chose
good.
On my fantasy, guys, I said Zverev and Medvedev, right? But we all know it's going to be tough to beat Djokovic, and that's the truth.
Look, I can't wait till Djokovic wins. I can't.
But Djokovic
We're going to do an excitement episode.
But this won't be as easy for Djokovic because he's going to have to go through Zverev if Zverev makes it. And then he's got to go through Medvedev. So it's going to be tough.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Sinner, by the way, had a shot at Zverev. I don't think that Zverev would have any problem with either Opelka or Harris, but I think he could have a problem with Sinner. And I'm not saying he's going to lose it, but he could have a problem. And Djokovic will be eagerly awaiting whoever it is in their path, and that will just be a rough day at the office. Okay, women's side.
We already talked about it.
Who makes the final, though?
Who cares?
If you're betting on it,
so who cares? Let him go and let's see what happens. There's no way to predict the women's.
All right. Did I miss anything? You want to take a comment? Are we good? Or
we're good. We're way past the time.
Man, these Spanish women, they're tough, man.
No, but you said every time, make sure. Look, he tells me, baby, make sure that you look at the timer because then we get frozen and all that work for nothing.
We didn't even mention that Dan Evans got destroyed by Medvedev.
We did talk about it.
We did?
Yeah, we said it was pretty quick. It was 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't even have a chance. Poor guy couldn't even decide whether he should come to the net or not.
Right?
It was tough. That was tough to watch.
All right, let's go.
So
come on.
Back 4-0. 4-0, so she's making a match of it. Good for her.
Okay, so let's see. It's 6-4 first set, 4-4 second set. This could go 3.
Yeah, it could go 3.
If that goes 3 sets, who do you think wins?
I still think Kerber.
You think still Kerber?
Yes, experience. Always experience.
So the young energy versus the thick quads.
Jose Canseco. I remember Jose Canseco, yeah.
Jose Canseco played for the Oakland Athletics, and then who did Canseco play for? He played for the Athletics. I think he played for the Rangers. Didn't he play for the Texas Rangers? He was on the same squad as Mark McGuire there in Oakland.
Chuku says, as much as I suspect Nova has issues with his left show, I think he would make the quarterfinals easily. Yep.
I read your comment at the beginning.
White Sox.
Were you here at the beginning, Chukwemeka?
No, he was not.
Look, at the beginning of this show, we did a whole segment. Well, I read your entire message, the whole thing, start to finish, on Djokovic, and you're worried about his left shoulder and so forth. Oh, no way. Derek Edwardson comes out of nowhere and says Oscar De La Hoya is hospitalized with COVID. Fight canceled. Thank you for that. We were talking a couple of shows ago that boxing has become now YouTubers. Boxing is now having Oscar De La Hoya, and who was the guy he was fighting?
I forgot.
We forgot the name. Bortel or
I forgot.
So De La Hoya's in the hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Wow. I hope you didn't spend $49.99 on that fight, because surely that fight, it has pre-matches, and those pre-matches are still going to go on. And I guarantee you the customer still has to watch those. Mm. Wow. Mm. Dang. Love that. Thank you, Derek, for that comment.
Damn COVID.
Love it. Let's go. All right. Right now, Fernandez is, and we'll finish this game out. Leylah Fernandez is serving at 30 love, second set. She needs this game to go up 5-4. Let's see what she does. So she misses the first. Let's see what happens on the second, and then we're going to let it go.
Anybody doing anything for Labor Day weekend?
Do you celebrate Labor Day in other countries?
I was going to work. I told my students I'll work, but no.
Second serve going. Oh, double faulted. All right.
You know, I think tomorrow we might do some grilling.
You want to grill tomorrow?
Yeah.
If you guys grill on a grill, what do you like to put on it? Do you do red meat? Do you do vegetables? What do you grill on the grill if you break out the grill? So if you're busting out the grill, what are you putting on it? Let me hear some of these things.
Van says, you said old man needs money. He probably does for all the ladies.
True.
All the ladies, his ex-wife.
True.
I don't know. Ribeyes. What can we do tomorrow?
Look, De La Hoya doesn't have any real reason to be in the ring outside of 2 reasons. 1, ego, or 2, money. There's no reason for us.
And another double fault.
Second double fault?
Second double fault.
Oh, Fernandez, 2 double faults in a row. 30 all? Second set?
Yep.
Oh, I got someone texting me about this message. All right. Let's see what happens here. Crowd looks good, though.
I'm trying to think what we're going to do for tomorrow. Probably not burgers, because we do burgers.
How about grilled asparagus? We can get it at Shipping Shore.
I don't know. No, we're going shopping tomorrow.
Boudin. Lori, I got Boudin. I'm going to show him what it is, too. Tell me if it's any good.
I'm going to put those. Lori, do you think I can put those in the oven and they would, like, come out fine if I put them in the oven? My daughter asked me for some Boudin tonight.
Yeah, I got Boudin. Check it out. I got Boudin. See?
So do you think they'll come out fine if I stick them in the oven?
Have you guys ever had this?
40-30 Fernandez.
All right,
I'm going to put them in the oven for her. No, storm didn't hit Dauphin Island too bad. The West End, yes. We just got a lot of rain, pretty much.
Yeah, the west end of Dauphin Island, there's a road that goes down the west end of the island. And there's beaches on the left and beaches on the right. The sand came all the way across the road, like 5 feet deep. There's like 5 feet of sand. Okay, big point. She's serving at 40-30 to go up 5-4, and she just first serve in the net. Let's see what she does with the second serve. She's double faulted twice. Okay, see she's using that continental grip there on that second serve. I would shift that Eastern, rolls it up the tee. It's N, going to cross court to cross court. Let's see what happens here. She takes the lefty forehand behind her, takes it. She's up 5-4.
All right, guys. Well, I guess I'm going to make that for Gabby tonight.
Let's go. Come on.
Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Grill out. Do something fun. I know we're going food shopping and just chilling and watching matches.
So, Lori.
No tennis tomorrow.
So, Lori, why don't you come cook the Boudin?
Yeah, you cook it.
I'll get the grill going. I'll put the charcoal on it.
She said oven's good, too.
Okay. Well,
put it in the oven.
Let's go.
Put it in the oven for us.
All right. Showtime for tomorrow. A Monday is usually the day we give ourselves off. We usually go grocery shopping for the kids, and then we go to Mississippi and grocery shop because they have stuff there that. Anyways, so we will come back, and the matches tomorrow. Let me give you the match schedule for tomorrow, okay? And I'm just thinking aloud. I don't have to do this, but U.S. Open tennis. All right, the matches tomorrow. There's no times yet. Rogers, Raducanu, Pliskova, blah blah blah. Anyway, so we'll probably do it.
Probably same time because Gene.
Gene said it was a good time. He's our moderator. By the way, if there's anyone out there that wants to moderate, you can do that. Just let us know. Gene is in South Africa, so there's a time frame, and for some tournaments, the time is different. And he's a fine young man and works hard and helps out his family, so he can't stay up all night. So if anyone is interested, that's more in our time zone sometimes to moderate, let us know. And you can get in touch with us. If you go to our main page on this channel, there's links to our Facebook page up there. You can just click it, and it's in the description. So below the title, if you're on your cell phone, if you hit, I can show you in case a lot of you asked that and aren't too acquainted with it. So if I go to my YouTube app, okay, so I hit the YouTube app, right? And if I bring up the video here, I'll skip the ads, obviously. 2, 1. And I don't put the ads there, so understand that. X out of the chat, and there's a down arrow. There's a down arrow right here to the right of the title. Hit down. And the links are to our Teespring to get 5K tennis merchandise, and the links to Facebook are in there. I know you can't read it, but it's there. I'll spell it out for you. So Facebook is Justin. Justin is my first name. Carla is her first name. So Justin, a space, Carla, Carla, another space, and then Davis, Davis. Find us there. We'll accept, or 5K tennis on Facebook, 5K space tennis. Like it there, send us messages there, and we can get your personal email so you don't have to put it here. We can send you whatever information you need in a link so we can approve you as a moderator. So just don't hesitate to do that. We would love it. If so, feel free. Okay.
All right, guys.
We'll see you tomorrow around this time. So that way everyone internationally doesn't have to stay up till 3 a.m. All right. Okay. Much love, guys.
Adios. Thank you.